Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back with another YouTube video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing Thor Love and Thunder, kind of a reaction review here on the channel. So yeah, before we get into the video, I just want to quickly say, spoiler warning ahead for Thor Love and Thunder. So yeah, this is your warning. If you haven't seen the movie, click off the video right now. Anyways, so now that people who haven't seen the movie are gone and are avoiding spoilers, let's get into it. So yeah, I use the term reaction review on purpose just because I don't want to say this is a full review because I can't really fully well review it my typical way because again I don't have access to the film obviously other than the theaters, and obviously I don't want to just go back to the theaters and watch a movie again and mark everything down. Instead I'm just gonna give my honest reaction slash bad and good and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, and I also want to just quickly say this too. My apologies if I go a bit fast when I'm going through things. I actually recorded the video once and it deleted. So yeah, I've noticed when something deletes like that, and I've already filmed the video and I have to redo the video. I talk really fast just because I want to get over it. But I try not to do that my best. But sometimes it just happens. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into the bad. Now, there's a few things that just right off the top of my head where this movie just kind of goes in a bad direction. Oh, I forgot to say my overall opinion on this. Sorry, just what I thought about the movie. So honestly, I thought the movie was actually I thought it was good. I thought it wasn't bad. I didn't think it was bad at all. Was it like a 10 out of 10 movie? Honestly, no. Was it better than Ragnarok? You could make arguments with that. It does do some things better than Ragnarok, but it also does some things worse than Ragnarok, in my opinion. But I mean, still, it's a solid movie. I mean, it's a solid movie. It's not like anything too great, but I mean, at the same time, it's not anything like bad or anything like that. It's easily in the top half of the MCU. So yeah. Anyways, continuing on here. So, let's continue on what I was saying with the bad. So, in terms of the bad, there's quite a few things. Just honestly, that it's just kind of like, yeah, this just points it in a bad direction. So, firstly, it's the same kind of problem as Ragnarok. This movie has the same kind of problem that Ragnarok had with the comedy. I mean, I enjoy the comedy, and obviously, I don't want Thor: The Dark World to happen again. But at the same time, I'm not really a big fan of all this comedy. I mean, it's just way too much, and it's just essentially like it just makes the movie or it, it, it makes the movie just kind of a little bit worse. I mean, this movie, the way it was kind of trying to be toned, it seemed like this should have been toned as more in a serious thing, in a serious direction. But I mean, it improved based on Ragnarok. Like it improved a lot more. Like it brought more emotion and stuff. But still, like I wasn't a big fan of all of that with so much comedy like that. Like it's just too much comedy. But I mean, still, it's a good movie with the comedy and everything. And I understand what they're trying to go for, but still, it was a little too much. Hopefully, if they do make it like Thor 4, or sorry, Thor 5, if they do that, I don't know if they're doing that, but if Taika Waititi is the director, sorry, or writer, uh, like I just hope he just tones it down just another notch, and it'll be all right. But yeah. The next thing is just the underusage of Gore the God Butcher. I actually really like Gore the God Butcher. He's in my positives for the movie. It's just this, and it also ties into another problem, which is screen time. So, this screen time wise, it's about what a little under 2 hours, I think. So it's not the longest movie. I personally believe this could have benefited personally from like a 2 hour 20 minute movie or something like that. Maybe 2 hour 15, something like that. Not so much longer, but at the same time, just a bit longer. For this particular reason, personally, I would have loved to see perhaps a little bit more of Gore the God Butcher. I would have liked maybe to see, for example, him kill a few gods kill a few gods with the Necroblade. I feel like that could have been such an improvement in terms of we see maybe him get like some kind of kill, maybe expand on that Lady Sif scene. Maybe perhaps we see him attack them and stuff like that, and then he actually successful and kills the god, as well as like critically injures Lady Sif. So that was one thing with that, but I mean, still that part was really kind of solid and everything. So yeah, I still think Christian Bale did a really good job as Gore, but could have benefited for more screen time. So yeah. Next is just like stakes wise. I mean, stakes wise, I'm not gonna like completely like say the stakes wise it was bad, but I mean, I didn't like the fact that they kept alive Zeus and the three other characters being Valkyrie, Sif, and Korg. I don't know why they made it out to seem like they were about to die, but they didn't. I just kind of felt like that was just strange to me. Personally, I would have liked better, in my personal opinion. It like what I'd like to see, perhaps, especially with the Hercules post credit scene. Speaking of the Hercules post credit scene, I'm not really gonna talk about it too much in this video. I'm gonna make a separate video for that. So yeah. Uh, I would have perhaps liked to see maybe Gore kill Zeus or stick with the same thing and Thor killing Zeus, but actually kill Zeus, not leave him alive. It would have made for a better story, in my personal opinion. I feel like it also, as well, if they had, I guess there's a reason they kept alive Valkyrie and Korg, but I mean, Korg wise, I don't know, maybe they should have killed him off. I don't know about that, but yeah. I feel like Lady Sif, if they did an expansion like what I was talking about with Gore, it would have made perfect sense just to kill her off at that time. But I mean, I guess they kept her alive for a reason. So yeah, I mean Valkyrie, I didn't want to die off, just especially because Jane died. So I have a feeling if both of them died, it lose that touch. So that, in my personal opinion, so I'm happy that Valkyrie's still alive though. But I mean, still, when she got stabbed like that, I was just like, what? And yeah. Anyways, so now to move into the more positives and stuff. All right. So I actually really like the use of the Guardians. I felt like some people complained that the Guardians were like way too underutilized and all this, but I feel like they were just used enough. Like they didn't need to be like, look at Gore, like we gotta go help Thor. That's not the point they are. Like if they were really doing that, you might as well call it Guardians and Thor, the movie. And also would have overcrowded everything, especially with the Mighty Thor situation and everything going on. So I thought it was perfectly utilized enough to the point they provided some good service, like they brought some emotion and everything. So I actually really liked that part. Uh, yeah, I really liked that part, and that sets up, I guess, them for Guardians 3. So that's also cool as well. I really liked Mighty Thor. I thought Jane Foster was so cool as Mighty Thor. I honestly, I'm I'm kind of a little mad that they killed her off, but I mean, it was, I guess it was for the better of the movie. I guess. Speaking of that, the emotion that was brung up with like the ongoing topics with her, with like cancer and all that stuff. That was just kind of like a major downer and stuff and everything. I'm surprised kind of that they didn't keep her alive though, because I know in the comics, for example, I I know she has cancer. I knew she had cancer, but I knew that with the when she turned into Mighty Thor, like the cancer basically went away, and as long as she was Thor. So I found it really interesting, but I guess they kind of killed her off on purpose just because I guess Natalie Portman's like a big star and everything. So I don't know if they could afford to be keeping Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman and all the star-studded cast. So yeah, I can understand why, but still, she was a solid character. I really enjoyed her as Mighty Thor. It was really cool to see that. Yeah. Uh, and it was awesome to see Milner and everything. Cool. Yeah, and just the comedy with Milner was pretty funny as well. So yeah. Another thing I liked Christian Bale's gore. With what he got, that was really solid. I would personally, this is just my personal opinion. When I heard Christian Bale was Gore, I was excited, but at the same time I was a little scared for because of what's going on. I was a little scared that Christian Bale wouldn't be taken too seriously, seeing as though he used to be playing Batman. If you remember that, um, I felt maybe like, are we gonna think of too much of Batman or something when we see him or something like that? Like, are we gonna be like, oh, this is like Batman. I can't take him seriously. Which actually, I'm happy to say, like, I didn't even think of Christian Bale as Batman. In this, I just saw him and I was just like, wow, he looks cool. Like, he's awesome, and I really like that. I like their also the usage of like special effects on him too. Like, it wasn't like they CGI'd his face or anything, but at the same time, they add. I don't know if they added what they added to him, because it seemed like he had like maybe like a little layer of CGI or something, but I mean, still, he looked really, really good and stuff like that. So yeah. Uh, Another thing, I really liked the emotion put into this movie. I really liked how it was like self discovery of Thor and processing, I guess, heartbreak and everything like that. Processing losing a loved one at the end, because again, Jane died. Uh, like, I really enjoyed that, and I feel like in terms of Chris Hemsworth and him playing Thor in this movie, I thought he was really solid. I think this is maybe, my guess, number two on the list of him playing Thor. Like, in terms of his appearances, I think he did a really really good job and everything like that. I thought it was really really solid. Yeah. Uh, and also again with the emotion at the end in that post credit scene, I really like that, and also the hidden message, basically saying like, can't people with cancer are like real warriors and everything. Anyways, that's pretty much it though. In terms of my rating, I'd give it an easy 8 out of 10. Anyways, that's pretty much it though. Thanks for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.